What is up, guys? Welcome back to yet another brand new Major Ben gaming video. Hope you guys are having an awesome day as always. And today we're talking about Immortals of Aveum is actually set to receive HDR and FSR 3 console frame generation on the current systems. So this is huge news. So high dynamic range, imminent frame gen in just a short few weeks. So Ascent Studios' Immortals of Aveum is currently enjoying a new lease of life as a free game on PlayStation Plus, and two major upgrades are coming soon. The first patch, 1.0.6.3, adds support for high dynamic range and should be rolling out to all console versions of the game today. Perhaps more exciting is the upcoming 1.0.6.4, which brings AMD's FSR 3 frame generation to consoles for the first time, increasing frame rate via inserted interpolated frames. This essentially inserts a frame between each frame, basically, is how it works. When the console version receives their FSR 3 upgrades, the PC version will also be updated to support the latest rendition of AMD's frame generation technology. Ascendant is working with development partner, Enduring Games, to bring this eagerly awaited feature to consoles, and we're intrigued to see just how good the implementation will be. The PR doesn't give much away about how frame gen changes or improves Immortals of Aveum on consoles, saying only that patch 1.0.6.4 will also extend FSR 3 support for variable refresh rate (VRR) monitors and TVs on both console, PC, which will improve frame pacing and reduce occurrences of judder and screen tearing, which is obviously very important. Frame pacing is actually sometimes more important than FPS. If you look at a game like Dragon's Dogma 2, that game is a mess with frame pacing on console, especially in their new updated locked 38 FPS mode, which is baffling because that should be improved frame pacing. That's the point of it. It says the existing implementation of FSR 3 on PC doesn't support VRR and has profound frame pacing issues under load, issues AMD has addressed in more recent FSR 3 updates. It should be pointed out that while FSR 3 is to catch all term for AMD's latest upscaling tech, developers do not need to implement frame generation. However, we're assured by the Ascendant that frame generation is in for the console builds. Based on our experiences with Immortals of Aveum and indeed our own tests on console equivalent hardware, this is Digital Foundry's own article, the existing PC version, our educated guess would be that Ascendant Studios and Enduring Games will be building on the existing supported target 60 FPS, increasing frame rate for 120Hz display supports. Additionally, VRR on console would allow for a smoother, more consistent experience, even if there are frame rate fluctuations below 120 FPS, except this upgrade with FSR 3 support in just a few short weeks. Expect it, according to PR material. Anyway, that's what we have so far. So Digital Foundry is basically saying they're going to do it on the 60 FPS version. It's not going to boost the 30 FPS quality mode up to 60. That's not how frame generation works. In the end of the day, frame generation needs a solid base frame rate, and on FSR 3 I believe they like that to be 60. I think DLSS they're happy with 40 frames per second for them to be up to like 90 or something, or 120 from 40, but FSR is not as good as frame generation on Nvidia's cards. So this will need a solid base resolution, which will be 60 FPS. So we can have 60 FPS, and this is going to use frame generation to up it to like maybe 90 FPS, between 90 and 120, and it'll probably fluctuate around there on consoles, which is a huge upgrade. Because we've gone from having that game run at 60 looking pretty like okay, to now running at 120 looking okay, and that's kind of huge. It would be nice to have the quality mode. I don't know if there's any sort of optimization they can do there for the quality mode to be able to use frame generation. I don't know. Probably not. As I said, it needs a strong base resolution, but this is just huge news because we could start seeing this coming to more games. If you think about it, games that already look amazing, like 1440p at 60 Hz, like let's pick a game like, only off the top of my head right now, but something like Demon's Souls. Sorry, I had it and then I lost it, but Demon's Souls, that's actually a really bad example because From Software never let their games run above it. Let's just pick Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It's the only flipping game I can think of right now. That's 1440p 60. Could we now see 1440p 120? better example would be Spider-Man. Can we see the performance mode go up to like 120 FPS now? Because it's already around like 70 on console. I think on the performance mode, if you've got a 120 Hz TV with HDMI 2.1 and VRR and all those good things, you can actually already get like 70 FPS. So I'm very curious to see what this is going to bring from other developers as well. And I'm kind of shocked that we're not seeing. First, we're seeing a studio that's made Immortals of Aveum, like Ascendant Studios. What else have they actually made? Ascendant, are they the devs? I don't know what else Ascendant Studios, or are they helping just port this? I'm not actually sure, to be honest, because I know they did Immortals of Aveum, obviously, but I don't remember seeing anything else that they've actually done. So I'm not too sure. I have to perhaps look into that. But the main thing is that I just thought we would maybe see someone like Insomniac be taking advantage of this feature. Can you imagine like God of War we could have running at 120 FPS on console now? That's insane. I've been saying this for a while, and people have been saying, no, that's not going to happen. It's happened. Like, I literally made a video on it before, and people insulted me saying, yeah, you're never going to be able to just double frame rate. It's like, maybe not double, but you can certainly do a decent amount from 60 to 90, or as they said here, obviously we'll wait and see, and I'll do a video on it when it happens, but maybe up to 120 FPS, or at least smoothing things out above 60 if you have a VRR enabled TV. So I'm excited for this. I'm excited to see how they also implement it. Like, what modes will it come with? Will there now be just maybe it just be like because obviously this is new stuff, this is PC tech, so I'm interested to see, are we going to have like a performance mode, a quality mode, and then a like ultra performance mode? But then normally you'd read ultra performance as like it's going to take a further hit to quality, which it won't be in this case. It's going to be the same quality, just using frame generation, which can cause more like blurriness in a way, but it's not that bad from the Nvidia tech I've seen. But I'm interested to see how it's implemented, and with optimization, which I imagine they're going to optimize this for the console as well, that it should be better than what you'd expect on the PC version, because this has actually been specifically targeted with these specific console specs in mind if they optimize to that. But again, I'm more excited to see what we get from first parties when they use this technology. I hope this is the first of many upgrades we're going to see across the consoles. The only thing it doesn't say here is whether, I'm assuming this is going to include the Series S version, but I don't know if the Series S version had a 60 FPS mode in the first place, so I'm not sure. But we will see when it comes out. I will make a video on it when Digital Foundry do an analysis. We'll like have a little react to it and just see how things work. And I'm hoping we get huge improvements. And again, I'm hoping this comes to many more titles. But that's it for this video. Some decent news today. This is a huge positive, and also hugely ties into what we could see going forward on PlayStation with their own PSSR as well, because PSSR is probably going to be as good, if not better, than FSR 3, I would think, and I think we'll see a frame generation feature there with PlayStation 5 Pro as well. So this could give us just a reading into what we could expect from PlayStation. So thank you for watching, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in future videos. Bye bye for now.